And we are back now with the Division 2 Valorant Championship. We are watching the Round 5 Owasso Seed 3 versus More Seed 1. We are starting this game 2-0 because we did have some technical difficulties earlier when we were trying to stream this game.
I'm out of here.
More did end up starting ahead, so we will end up starting with More 2 rounds up, starting on this defense.
Yeah, a little bit of an interesting change. Thankful for both of the teams for helping us work through these technical difficulties that we had, and thankful for all of you for staying patient while we figured all of that out. As we do start with More on the defense here and Owasso on the attack. More taking the first 2 points on this Haven map, though.
Yeah, and Owasso looking to push this C site to start. Seeing what they might want to do here. Some utility coming out. Mayo going to be sitting here in their cage to maybe try to spot some people out. Not sure if they're in there. Judy does end up taking out Mayo there, and now 5-man site take here for Owasso. Rooster gets a nice trade on to TAS. Rowdy gets one. Strong Maniac getting another now in this 3v3. The bomb is down. Right now, Owasso just looking to play as slow as they possibly can and keep this timer ticking. Shikose looking for something here. Tries to throw a one-way on this bomb to force an awkward defuse. Ends up throwing up that neon wall to start this defuse. Maybe looking to get it half here. Does end up getting to the half, but isn't able to get off it in time. Strong Maniac taking that one, and that will be a 2-1 lead here for More.
Yeah, Shiokose with that one-way on top of the bomb. Really smart play there by the Owasso Omen player. Are going to have a bomb pick from Strong Maniac. Looks like we may still have technical difficulties. Checking it out right now, but for now it's a round win for Owasso.
And we will go to a quick be right back while we sort this out, and we will be back quickly. And we're back again. Sorry about that. Still trying to figure some things out. But getting back into this game yet again. A little bit of default here coming out from Owasso. Gonna start 3 towards this mid, 1 towards the A, 1 towards the C. Just sitting bomb and spawn right now, looking to see what they can get with some information. Again, 3-point map, watching Haven yet again, a very attack-sider map. Having the defenders be forced to look at so many different angles, and that's what Owasso is looking to take right now, is try to force them off as many angles as possible.
Yeah, and it looks like Owasso here actually wants to try and shift towards the A side on this hit as the rush does come out. Taz looking for the pick onto Bean. Harry getting the pick into short onto Vision as well. Judy going to be able to trade that out though. Trades going back and forth on both sides. Starts ending up in Owasso's favor. Rooster looking for some hope with those shock darts as the plant does go down, but it is still 4-2 in Owasso's favor after the smoke settles.
Yeah, 2 players remaining here to try to make this retake happen here for More. If not, looks like they might be put back in a bit of a save here. And right now, Owasso doing a great job of just playing these angles properly. Just waiting for them to push and play that timer. Don't need to get aggressive for these picks, even though they are down. Looks like More is just going to opt to go ahead and save this one. No time left to be able to get on that site and defuse that bomb. Keep as many weapons up as possible because your economy might look a little rough going into this next round.
Yeah, and I think that's a really smart play by More, knowing how much utility is on the opposite side that you haven't worked through, especially with that Sova Breach Initiator combo with the info and just the post-plant prevention that those two have. Just saving the rifles and playing for the next round is a very smart play by them.
Yeah, for sure. And now a 2-2 game. More looking to try to clean this one up. Both teams so far in this winner's bracket have not lost, each of them both winning 2 games to be able to bring them here, and then whoever ends up losing this one will go down into the relegation match.
Yeah, in the relegation match, they'll actually play the 5th seed Union, who has had an interesting journey, actually knocking out Booker T. Washington, who was the 4th seed in their last game. So they are definitely out here swinging as well. Maybe we have another Klassen situation on our hands where a low seed can come out and make some noise.
Yeah, we'll have to see, but now Owasso taking the C site aggressively yet again, trying to get on site as fast as they possibly can. A stun comes out on to TAS. Ends up taking out Rowdy Shikose, manages to take out Mayo there. The bomb will end up getting planted here. 3 players remaining here for more. All 5 of the Owasso players left going to decide to play towards this main. Right now, just trying to gain some information for more right now. Using that Sova drone, getting some stuns out. Try to get them off that bomb. Knows at this point that all of them are going to be playing in this main. Just watching that Paranoia going to do some work. Shikose manages to get one. Harry gets a trade, but Taz is going to trade out onto Harry. And only 1 player remaining here for more, looking to make something happen, but not a whole lot of time left on this bomb, especially in this 1v3 and having half HP. Looks like they're just going to try to get a pick, and that will be the round here for Owasso.
Yeah, Owasso being able to have these really solid post plants did walk in with the 2-0 or the 0-2 disadvantage, but now all of a sudden running off 3 wins in a row, and especially with how aggressive their takes are, it feels like they're never even on the site. They explode on the site, and as soon as bomb is planted, they're immediately gone again. It's really impressive to watch.
Yeah, and we'll have to see how Owasso fares in the rest of this game. A very attack-sider comp, I would say, with that Breach, the Neon, the Sova. So they are kind of just looking to get on these sites fast. So if you're more, and especially on an attack-sider map, you're not too mad about even taking some less rounds in this first half. But we'll have to see if they can start getting some more back in their favor.
Some more back in their favor? Yeah. I know the wordplay. It's funny. As Rooster says, I don't want to hear any of that, and shuts down Taz extremely quickly in this garage, getting the pick advantage for more.
Looking for another pick here in this garage. That Recon Dart going to come out. Spots out Strong Maniac. Does end up spotting him out again. Tries to send up the Sova drone, trying to check if there's any more. Kind of just waiting. Isn't sure that this Sova is here. Trying to send out those shock darts, get some damage going. Rooster just playing safe. The stun going to come out. Looks like they just want to get this pick as fast as they can. Strong Maniac not aware that Rooster was still playing in that corner. Does get taken out. Now only 3 players are left here for Owasso, but Shikose going to manage to get 2, evening up the playing field. 3-3 right now. Yeah, Neon here going to be lurking on this flank. Harry looking for something to happen. The trip's going to be a little hard to get over. Maybe decide to shoot these and go for it. Does! Judy, unfortunately, locked in that animation with that Sova drone. Does end up getting taken out. Harry still alive here on the CT. Rooster gets another Vision. Going to get the trade onto Harry. Vision the only one remaining here for Owasso. That bomb going to start getting stuck, and it will be that trade. And we will see another even 3-3 match.
Yeah, really great communication there from Moore, understanding that their flanker was tripped off. So as soon as that trip goes off, being able to explode on both angles and get your opportunity. No one can really defend themselves from both angles like that, and that's what Owasso exactly ran into during that post plant. Great adjustment from Moore, who's been struggling a lot with actually getting back in on those retakes, being able to have a successful retake.
And we'll have to see what kind of happens here. Right now, both teams are adapting to each other very well, getting these site takes. Neither team really making any mistakes right now. It's kind of coming down to the wire in a lot of these rounds. And now Owasso going to take this aggressive play towards the main here.
Yeah, very high stakes in this one, as this is a best of 1. Loser goes to the relegation bracket to play against Union High School. As we do see a very fast take here from Taz, clearing out almost everything with the Neon ultimate. Really great take for Owasso, where they have to almost use pretty much no utility other than this Neon ultimate.
You're just looking for as much as possible, and smart from Moore to decide to go ahead and back up to play for this retake here. Harry going to use the Neon ulti of their own. Gets 1, but traded out by Taz here. Sitting in hell, manages to get another, but Mayo going to trade out for 2. The Guardian Demon right now. The flash does end up coming out in the short, knowing that the last 2 players might be playing there. Mayo gets 1, and that will be the cleanup there. A 4th round in the favor of Moore.
Yeah, I was talking about how Owasso got onto site so easily with no util, but in the exact same mirror, more left site without using a lot of util, hearing the Neon ultimate, deciding to disengage and wait it out, and then retaking with their own Neon ultimate. Very smart play and very thrifty play from them, being able to save a lot of their abilities for that retake.
Yeah, and something we haven't seen in the past, the two Neons. One thing that we never did touch on. Neon, not typically a common pick, especially after a recent nerf that did end up going out. But right now, both Neons doing really well for their teams, so they clearly can prove that they can still make it work regardless.
Yeah, that Neon Breach combo can be really brutal between the amount of stuns and flashes they both have, and Neon's mobility to enter in before anyone can leave. Really gross combo.
Yeah, now Owasso going to be playing for this mid a little bit. That Recon Dart kicks him out. Ends up spotting out a couple of these players on Owasso. Decide to back up right now. More doing a good job of just holding these angles. Don't need to do anything too aggressively. They know what Owasso can do, and they know that they are a formidable opponent to try to swing into. Owasso still kind of just playing it slow, looking for as much information as they possibly can. The Cypher ultimate online for the side of Moore, and the Omen ulti online for the side of Owasso. If they need to do a quick bomb TP rotation, decides to take this B site really quickly, gets a bit of a spray onto Rowdy. Taz manages to take that first pick in their favor. A 4v5 here. Half HP here on Owasso.
And once again, almost all of Owasso leaves the site after the bomb's planted, wanting to play this post plant, but I don't think they see what we do. It's Taz in the backline, finding two, getting traded out by Venus, but it's still three on the side of Owasso in that pick, leaving two left for more on this retake.
And now, just trying to make something happen, and that one way going to prove a little rough for them as well. Kose manages to... Rooster gets taken out. Vision getting the trade onto Rooster. Will be a trade there. Venus the only one remaining here looking for something to happen, but will end up trying to save that weapon. Not able to get the defuse on that bomb. A close live there, but does keep the weapon in their favor. And now a tie game yet again.
Yeah, it does get to save the gun there. That's very important for the side of Moore, who doesn't have a great buy going into this, so every rifle really matters. Meanwhile, Owasso getting that round win. Fantastic, being able to tie it up. And they are also in a little bit of a weird situation with their economy, where they can't full buy everyone, but they do have a couple of niche picks here. Especially as we see Taz with the gun. Oh my gosh, the gun, the judge. Definitely a statement of all time, and Neon running around with the judge. As we do actually see the Neon ultimate, yeah, the Neon ultimate coming through, taking all of C-Site really quickly for Owasso. And this is probably going to be standard what we've seen with Owasso, where they plant this bomb and immediately leave.
Yeah, Taz doing a great job taking site space and keeping this site space as well. The Sova drone going to come out, does end up spotting Taz in this corner. The Recon Dart going to hit. Decides to play a little bit of aggressively, but Rowdy does take that trade. Judy going to find one as well. Now in a 4v4, Vision finds one onto Harry. And now three players remaining left for more to make something happen. And so many trades happening all at once. It will go in the favor of Owasso, and that will be the 5th round. Now the game being swung back into Owasso's favor. Yeah, everything just collapsing there all at once with only 2 angles to care, and Owasso actually not leaving that time. A lot of times they like playing that post plant. We've seen them completely leave site. This time they did the exact opposite and kept everyone on top of the site. Really something I don't think Moore entirely expected walking in, and it made them lose the numbers and then start losing the trade battle. Yeah, now Owasso looking to play a little differently. They do have 3 ultimates online as well as more. They both teams do. And a nice pick through the smoke there. Taz getting the first blood. Moore now down a player. Owasso still playing this as safely as they can. Just looking to keep their man advantage up, not letting them have anything too easy. Mayo going to be jump spotting here, looking to see if they're going to be pushing this C site here. A lot of information ends up coming out. The smokes come, the stuns, the walls, the shock darts. So much happening right here. Able to get Owasso onto site really easily. More forced to back up and play this retake yet again.
Planted.
Rooster going to send out that dart, try to find anybody.
Not really able to find anything. The retake starts happening. Taz taking out Venus, traded out by Harry here. Still a little bit of an advantage for Owasso. 4v3 as the defuses are trying to come out for more, but there's just so much post-plant here. The one-way, the Sova ulti, and the breach wrap. Strong Maniac with 3 through the garage, going to be able to clean up the rest of more and clinch another round for Owasso.
Yeah, Owasso doing a great job right now, and with their utility, with their ultimate optimization, so much going well, and still 3 ultimates available here for the side of Owasso. You have that Cypher, the Omen, and the Breach all available, and on the side of Moore, you also have the same ultimates, the Omen, the Cypher, and the Breach. Again, mirror comp coming out on this game, so certainly expected to be a close game that it is right now. And both teams being as good as they are.
Now, something that is not even is the economy for this round. More having to be on a save, looking for some opportunities. Rooster going to peek out the middle a little bit, take a lot of damage, and be forced to back off. Owasso actually looking to take a little bit more mid-control with Shiokose out here on the C long, and really just more of a default for Owasso. They're looking for whatever this crafty play could be. They know that Moore is sitting on this eco, and unless Moore feels really confident in their deagle skills, I know I don't, for myself, of course, they really need something creative to happen to be able to swing this round.
And still no picks out just yet. 60 seconds remaining. Owasso doing a good job of just playing it safe, not letting anything crazy happen. Harry getting a nice pick there on to Vision. Able to get a bit of a shutdown here on this lurk. The rotation going to come out here for Owasso. Looking to maybe head towards this A site. Not quite sure that Harry is still back here. Looking for another. The stun comes out. Does get spotted. The neon stun comes out, but Judy able to get out of it just in time. Is able to take Harry out there. Now a 4v4. Looking to rotate back towards the C site with Taz getting so much space here. Is able to take out Mayo. Now in this 4v3 here. Looking for a retake. Again on the save. Just try to get as many picks as you possibly can. And a fantastic shot there. On to Judy, now a 3v3. Round still looking very possible here. Taz going to try to go for a quick peek. Shiokose and Taz both getting one. Goes for the slide in the garage and manages to get another onto Rowdy. 3K for Taz, putting Owasso now up 7-4.
Yeah, Owasso catching out Harry on that rotation. Even though Harry got the pick, wasn't able to get away with the gun and tried to stay to get that rifle in their spawn. Ended up getting picked off, and Taz was actually able to take so much free space on that seaside, walking almost into Moore's spawn, something that was not expected. And Taz really has been popping off this entire game, already representing that 14-7 stat line here before halftime.
Yeah, now that Operator being pulled out for both Neon players, certainly something that you don't expect to see in these games, but looking for the C site now, just holding this with the op, doesn't quite get the shot, ends up getting it through the wall. Does a lot of damage there, but not quite a pick. Ends up deciding to rotate here. Taz looking for a pick themselves. Owasso playing this game really, really carefully, and it is working in their favor, so they're going to continue playing as slow as they possibly can.
Right, great damage for Moore there, but they still don't know where Owasso wants to commit, and they also do not have the information of what Taz has in his hands right now, the ELO stick, as famous Valorant players call it. But they are aware of the op, and maybe the op is not going to be a situation here as Neon Rush with Breach ult comes out, looking for opportunities. Judy's going to find Venus back in the left side of sight, and it's just going to be Moore who has to give up exactly what they were trying to defend.
And now 4 players have to take Taz with the op manages to get one onto Rooster, looking for Harry as well. The op battle happening in this heaven right now. Tries to get a little bit of a peek. Just kind of trying to get as much information, not let anything happen. Taz being able to hold that down. Mayo and Rowdy getting trades of their own. Mayo gets another. Taz finds one though, and Judy will clean it up. 8-4 for Owasso right now. The number 3 seed doing so well against this number 1 seed right now.
Yeah, and we saw Owasso, Moore, and Southmore, who was the number 2 seed. They were all very competitive against each other for a long time during the regular season, so it's not surprising to see Owasso putting up a fight against the number 1 seed. Moore is not playing bad at all either, just struggling a little bit on these retakes, but we did talk about this being an attack-sided map. And both of these comps are heavily attack-sided. Other than the Cypher, everything is offensive flipped on each comp. Really trying to get these opportunities for on these attacks is what Moore was looking for, and now they're on that half. So they should have a lot more advantage going into this one.
Yeah, and this pistol round going to prove a little vital as well. This first round going to be able to give Moore a lot of that momentum that they might need. Harry starting off strong. Strong Maniac getting the trade, though. A 4v4 here. Taz gets one. Owasso doing really well in this first pistol round right now. Rooster manages to get one. Now a 2v1. Certainly still winnable here for the side of Moore. Just looking to try to find these picks. Gets one on Division. And now the Sova 1v1. Still enough HP left on Rooster to make something happen. And right now, Judy just looking for where Rooster could be going.
A really big round for both players, needing this for both of their teams. And both locations revealed as well. They know exactly where the other one is. Who will get the jump? Who will get the read as they play the classic Ring Around the Rosie?
Just waiting for something to happen, and Rooster does get the pick. Judy not expecting them to be as close, and the clutch from Rooster starting off this more attack strong, able to get that 5th round in their favor and go into this bye hoping to get them to 6.
Yeah, playing Ring Around the Rosie, and the Rooster has rung being able to win that round, get to 5 and 8, start clawing back at that lead on this offensive side of the map. I know it's a little early in the game, but for me, that felt like a must-win for Moore. Really needed that momentum going into this half.
Yeah, especially with the momentum that was already in Owasso's favor. You certainly want to start bringing that back towards yourself. And now that you're on attack, you kind of want to see how you start playing a little bit differently against this Owasso defense. Both teams playing very similarly here. Just kind of looking for as much information as possible, playing very safe. More not letting anything too crazy happen right now. Still just looking for as much information as possible. Vision with this Cypher setup. Going to be a little hard for Moore to push into. All of this breach utility going to come out. Looks like the Neon going to get the slide in to try to find somebody. The Tripwire going to spot somebody, but doesn't end up getting a pick off it. Some damage does come out, but still no picks just yet. Bomb planted and a 5v5 retake, but notice the B side here. Just with the offer something to happen and spots him out! Mayo manages to get 2 with that Spectre. The rest of the team unaware. Taz manages to get 2 with that Bucky. The third, Shiakose getting a nice click. Mayo finds a third, looking for more, but doesn't quite get there. And that will be the round in favor of Owasso. A fantastic retake there. Not quite aware that Mayo was behind them, but we do see them manage to pick out 3, but it's just not enough, and Owasso able to bring that one back.
Yeah, even with the Mayo flank coming through, Owasso just rolls through the site so quickly. I believe it was Moore actually expecting more from Mayo, being able to get a lot more picks there, but Owasso just engaged faster and kind of upset what they thought was going to be a big trick play, and all of a sudden Owasso comes tumbling into sight and is able to get all the picks that they need to turn that eco round.
Yeah, as we've seen in the last few games, the retakes have been very strong on these defenses on this Haven game. Last game we saw a lot of the wins coming out on defense after the bomb was planted. So certainly something that these teams are looking for is to play safe and maybe play for those retakes, especially like you said, with these more attack-based compositions. And right now they're looking towards this mid, maybe looking for this garage here. Just kind of playing safe, trying to get as much information as they can. A lot of players for Owasso sitting over closer towards this A site. Still just a slow play from both teams coming out.
And I think this is a hard read from Owasso. Knowing that Moore has ended up finishing on the A side a lot of times, that's where they wanted to set a lot of their rotations. And now we're seeing the audible as a lot of the Moore players are trying to shift through the CT, look for a play, but can they find anything?
Rooster able to get that bomb down. Owasso just not ready for them to be on C that quickly. Sova Jones going to come out, spots him out in this garage here. 2 of the players on more here. Rooster manages to get the 1, but Judy trading for the 2. Taz pops that Neon ulti and gets 1 as well. Looking for more, and 1 goes down. Mayo getting taken out by Taz there, and Rowdy trying to make something happen. But unfortunately, on that save, after losing that second round, Owasso now continuing this game really strong, a 10-5 lead, only 3 rounds left until they solidify their spot in the grand finals.
Yeah, I think Owasso is playing really fantastic on this defense. Being able to understand the rotations that Moore is wanting to do and trying to manipulate around them, it's actually going to end up forcing a Moore timeout here, Jackson.
Yeah, definitely a timeout. I think they won after the 5-round streak, winning the pistol round, but then ends up losing that bye to a bit of a force from Owasso there. But look at this stat line on the side of Owasso. Taz on this Neon showing that they can still make some work happen.
Yeah, going ballistic with that 23 and 8 stat line. No one else in the lobby is above 10. Really just dominating the frags completely.
And 30 seconds left in this timeout. What do you think Moore is talking about right now? What do you think they're looking for on these attacks to try to play against this Owasso defense?
I feel like a lot of the stuff we've seen Moore do so far is very reactionary to what Owasso does. And with these compositions, especially in the mirror, you want to go first. You want to have that advantage and make someone else worry about it.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll have to see what they decide to do with these buys now that they have the weapon advantage. They did end up having to save that last round, but now they do have the money to kind of force up both teams having some good economy here. Looks like they might be looking to take this B again. Taz getting a very early pick there on to Harry. A nice peek. Tries to peek a little bit more. Gets a nice stun. Taking out another. And now a quick 3v5 in the favor of Owasso right now. Strong Maniac gets another onto Rooster, showing their dominance on this defense right now.
Whatever they were hoping to get from that timeout doesn't look like it was achieved. The Shiokose and Strong Maniac get the final 2 picks there. Mayo Naka picking up one of theirs as own, but still, that timeout looked like it was for Owasso instead of Moore, actually. Like, the way that Owasso came out from that timeout and completely kept it going is fantastic.
Yeah, now having to be forced back into a save on Moore yet again. Pretty much giving Owasso that match point unless they can pull out this Thrifty again. We saw them do it before. Can they do it now? Or do you just give Owasso that final blow? Shiokose with an Odin through that window wall. Able to get an early pick and deal a lot of damage as well. Now a quick 4v5 for Moore yet again. These aggressive plays proving great right now for Owasso. This defense just able to put in so much work. Harry kind of locked in this corner. Taz looking for it. Only 40 HP left. Decides to slide in off the blind. Will finish that one off. Now a 2-man advantage, but isn't aware that the rest of Moore has rotated over to A here. Shiokose does end up popping that Omen TP to try to stop them as much as they can. Tries to get a spray. Not quite where you want to be.
Scanning ahead.
The rest of Moore looking to play a little bit aggressively. You are on the save. You just try to get the picks that you can. And certainly if you can take this Thrifty, then you are looking strong. Judy manages to get one. Rowdy and Mayo get 2. But Vision and Shiokose come back to clean it up. And now we are on to match point for Owasso. But Moore with the weapons back in their hands.
Moore doing a solid job that round. Really just didn't have a lot of the weapons. Being able to read the rotation and get the bomb down is something that will help you in the long run with your economy, but you need to start stacking wins. I mean, obviously with Owasso at match point, you need to now stack minimum 7 in a row to force overtime. And Owasso, can they avoid what we saw with Collinsville, where they got into this huge advantage and then started slipping a little bit? Owasso needs to make sure to lock in and close this game out.
Yeah, and now Owasso playing this defense a little bit differently, maybe deciding to play a bit more aggressively here. It's been working out in their favor the last couple rounds, maybe trying to read this push on the side of Moore to try to get some early picks onto C, but ends up sliding out and not spotting anybody. Not aware of where Moore is going to be pushing right now. The smokes do come out on A. Looks like Owasso's kind of just looking for these picks. Mayo, knowing that they are behind him, but not sure that Strong Maniac is going to be pushing out of Garage there. Just a lot of pressure being made from Owasso right now. And now they're kind of putting Moore in a fishbowl here. Harry manages to get one onto Shiakose. 4v4. Still certainly doable here. They just got to continue this post plant. Rowdy manages to get one onto Taz. This is exactly what they need. Just keep playing the time. Gets another one, and now quickly made this only one player remaining. Vision has to try to make something happen. Drops, but Rowdy getting the third. And Moore on this match point, grabbing finally a round to start their momentum. Can they bring this one back here?
Yeah, Moore surviving there. I got really worried whenever Mayonaka got caught out in the middle, trying to find a lurk opportunity, but just had too many angles pushing from each side. But even just the intel of how many players were near the Cypher were able to really give an opportunity for Moore to get onto site, get their positions where they wanted to be, and be able to play that post plant the way they wanted to play it.
And I like the aggressive play that Owasso decided to pull out to try to close that one up, but just not quite reading the push that Moore might have done. Now playing it a little bit safer, seeing a lot of utility come out onto C, going to grab this site really quickly. A lot of information coming out from this Cypher util, though. Looks like it will be a 5v5 retake here for Owasso. The bomb going to go down really early here for Moore. The bomb's still not down quite yet. And there is the plant going to start. Shiakose manages to get one. The plant completed. Now that timer starts ticking here for Owasso to make their retake. Vision and Shiakose both getting one. Now the rest of Moore just forced into the main here. Rowdy getting one. Mayo getting one. Starting this one, bringing this one back. Still able to bring this one in their favor. Rowdy gets another. Now quickly bringing this 2v2. It's halved. Mayo gets one, now stuck in a 1v1. The bomb is halved. Mayo versus Taz. Who can win this one? And Taz will clean it up. But a very, very close round here for Moore. Almost able to clean that one up. Such a close final round. And a lot of close rounds that we saw go in the favor of Owasso. The third seed able to defeat the 1 seed on Moore. And now solidifying their spot in the grand final. Yeah, and a perfect ending to that game with Taz hitting the final shot, repping a 28-10 stat line as the match MVP in that 6-13 loss for Moore, a 13-6 win for Owasso, who has just punched their ticket to the grand finals. Yeah, and we will be right back, but don't go anywhere. We will get to watch this relegation match for the next person slot to be able to bring it back to the finals. Is Moore going to be able to come back and fight yet again? We'll have to find out.